Man, I swear to you, man, Candace Owens never ceases to amaze me, bro. Like, she says one statement and it just gets everyone riled up. And I love it, bro. I didn't agree with her on the last topic I talked about. Make sure I go check that out. But on this one, man, I couldn't agree more. Let's get into this context. All right, so Mrs. Candace Owens, decided to stir up the pot and poke the metaphorical bear. She says only women could be emotionally manipulated into supporting their own eradication through support for trans men. Only women could be fooled into supporting a death cult of fat acceptance. Right. Today's cultural battles prove that women are more irrational and emotional than men. I mean, if you peep comments on any of Lizzo's fat acceptance photos, you will undoubtedly find a score of batshit insane women telling her that she looks beautiful. Men do not lie to other men in this way. They do not pretend that clinical obesity is beauty. First of all, let's drop the mic on that one. It's crazy that we're living in a society, in a time period in human history where being unhealthy, being overweight and unhealthy is somehow being pushed for one, and somehow if you say anything against it, you're a bigot, you're fat phobic. And I'm like, who came up with that word I just said? Who came up with that second word? But I'm like, this is just ridiculous. So am I fat phobic if I was to get overweight and unhealthy? Would I be considered fat phobic if I said, nah, I want to lose this weight, this is not good for me? Is that being fat phobic? Can someone in the comment section let me know? Because I saw that word on a post on Instagram, right? And I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe they made up that word, bro. This is what I'm saying. Like, you go against the grain or you go against the popular narrative, you're something phobic. And here's another thing. Because we're in a time period of, radical feminism where women, supposedly want to be equal to men, right? And I'm just like, okay, that's fine. You could have that. You have that narrative. I'm not going to fight you against that. But you want that equality, so-called equality, right? Just like what she said, men don't flatter each other like that. Men don't lie to each other like that. Like, nah, girl, love your curves, love all your rolls and your folds and your fupa and all of that. Yeah. Speaking of that, is that not crazy? They're coming up with clever words to name fat on your stuff. Like, it boggles my mind, the time period that we're living in, bro. Well, besides that, right? These, radical feminists want to be equal to men. All right, that's fine. But when you're overweight like that as a guy, you don't get the term BBW or BBM, big boned men. We don't get that term. So why do women get BBW as if being as if being a big boned woman is somehow a plus, no pun intended, as if being a BBW is somehow a plus. That's always just gonna be a fetish for most guys. Always, it's gonna be a fetish, nothing more. And it's so interesting to me, this point of society that we're in right now. Lizzo will post a photo saying, like, showing off her hair, and all her rolls is in the damn photo. Then the next week be crying about it. Be crying about the hate comments that she get. Don't get me wrong, okay? I'll show my humanity side. I'm not gonna lie, it's unfortunate for Lizzo, and I low-key feel bad for her, because anytime this subject comes up, Lizzo is the poster child for it. She don't ever bring nothing up. She don't ever bring up any negativity towards anyone. Yet somehow she's always the poster child for this subject right here. But you know, she kind of did it to herself. And the most simple solution for her to where she'll never be the poster child for this: lose the weight. Lose the weight. End all of this negativity that surrounds your name. End all of it by just losing the weight. Simple as that. It is that simple. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know if you agree with Candace Owens on this. Don't get me wrong. I understand the business side of it. You know, you sell more food to people, you sell oversized clothing and all of that. I get all of that. But in the long run, as America's the most obese country in the world, is that not crazy? But in the long run, it's not gonna be in anyone's benefit. It's not. And it's crazy that you say stuff like this and it's an issue. It boggles my mind, man. It'll never make sense to me. Let me know what y'all think about this though, man. If you made it to the end, I really appreciate it. I'm really curious what y'all think. Do you agree or disagree with Candace on this subject, man? Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. More videos coming soon, man. Crazy. Oh!